The best 1080p gaming monitor into your setup is one of the best immediately enhancing things you can do, and it just won't break the bank. Cheap gaming monitors are so good now that they can offer a visual upgrade that is tangible and noticeable, even if they don't offer all the bells and whistles that their more expensive brethren do. Number 1. ASUS SE2-417HGX. For its price point, this monitor features all the essentials needed for effective PC gaming in full HD. This is due in part to the inclusion of support for AMD FreeSync Premium, which prevents screen tearing at low response latency for a smooth overall gaming experience. At the same time, it's got 144 Hz refresh rate and a 1's response rate, essential for competitive and fast gaming where every millisecond of delay matters. Due to its inexpensive nature and thin bezels, this monitor would be ideal as part of a dual or even triple monitor setup stretched out across your desk. Number 2. ASUS VP28UQG. Spend a bit more and you can bump the screen size and resolution up with all the same low latency, anti-screen tearing technology, dual HDMI 2.0 ports, and fortunately a display port to make the most of Ultra HD gaming at 60 FPS. 28 inches is a somewhat unconventional size for a monitor of this quality, not that we're complaining, as it's a fair amount of real estate to take advantage of the HDR technology and stellar colors that this panel can pump out. The only concession is in the refresh rate. You won't be able to get above 60 FPS if you're content to have higher fidelity visuals at the cost of a capped frame rate. This may be what you've been after. Ideal for a dual monitor setup too. Number 3. ASUS TUF Gaming VG259QM. We're stretching the definition of the word cheap with this ASUS high refresh model, but given that it features a 280 Hz fast IPS panel for just over the $300 mark, it very much is affordable given what similar brands are asking for at that kind of display speed. For those of you interested in competitive gaming, with its display rate being twice that of 144 Hz, you're sure to have the best frame advantages possible in games such as Valorant and Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and still benefit from HDR and a rich color gamut thanks to the IPS panel, something which is rarely seen on 240 Hz plus monitors, even double the price of this one. Number 4. Viotek GMV29CB Curved Ultrawide. Viotek has seemingly done something that's lesser seen from other monitor brands. Built a competitively priced curved ultrawide with a 120 Hz refresh rate. It's worth enforcing just how promising the form factor is, even if it's only limited to full HD for both gaming and working out with the added screen real estate. That's normally the trade-off for having just a twitch-happy level of snappiness when considering MSRP compared to similar offerings from Samsung and LG in their gaming ranges. If high frame rates and a wider screen are worth it for you, then this is difficult to beat. Number 5. ZEdge G24 Curved. The star of the show with this curved gaming monitor from ZEdge is its 165 Hz refresh rate. That's not to say that this panel's a slouch when it comes to other gaming-specific functions and specs. There's a 1's response time and support for the premium version of FreeSync, which adds support for 120 Hz and HDR while also reducing ghosting and screen tearing. The form factor of the display is something to note as well. Yes, it's curved, but it also features very minimal bezels, which means it's ideal for a dual monitor battle station setup too. Number 6. ASUS VG245H. If all you're interested in is 1080p gaming at 60 FPS, then this ASUS monitor has all the essentials to provide a pleasant, no-frills experience with its 1's response time and inclusion of AMD FreeSync support to rid the visuals of any screen tearing when the action on screen gets a little crazy. If you're interested in picking this panel up for use on PC, it's important to note that there is no display port, just a pair of HDMI ports and VGA, something that seems like an oversight for a unit released in 2016. With that said, if you're still gaming on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or Xbox Series S and you want something cheap that looks the part, it's a good option for those systems. Number 7. Sceptre 25 Edgeless 165HC. For less than $200, there's an awful lot that this gaming monitor gets right, offering a 1's response time and a 165 Hz refresh rate. There's also AMD FreeSync Premium support as well as built-in speakers. It's worth noting that this is in fact a TN display, as opposed to the brighter IPS tech. But that's the trade-off with entry-level, budget monitors, and particularly those that offer a high refresh rate. That's not to count out the colors on this thing. Unlike some other 165Hz monitors, there are virtually no reports of ghosting or graying, where blacks aren't dark enough, resulting in mediocre contrast to speak of. If you're looking for an affordable screen to add to, or build a multi-monitor HD gaming setup with, then this could be what you've been searching for, especially given those ultra-slender bezels which make up the Edgeless design. 2 or 3 of these things on a desk would be unbeatable. Number 8. Dell SE2-417HGX. If you've been searching for something that's affordable and does the job for casual gaming, web surfing, and watching movies, then this could be the right display for you, or for a spare bedroom, or as part of a dual/triple monitor setup. With its 75Hz refresh rate, you can be sure that the screen won't ghost or cloud up under intense conditions. That's afforded by FreeSync, as with some other panels in this roundup. For its size and price tag, the bezels are relatively thin, with the stand being adjustable as well.